As Delta Hands continues, we visit with New Orleans sculptor Lynn Emery. Her moving art is enjoyed internationally, and her life's work is timeless.
Somehow I was always interested in movement, so there was a gesture in all the pieces that I did that indicated movement. The draperies had a movement to them, so that my search for anything that moved was, I guess, very basic and took a long time to come out. It came by just, again, happenstance. I was playing with water and found that water could make things move. And just to amuse myself, made a whole series of what I called aquamobiles, where the water made little parts spin or bobble up and down or take different movements. This is a model for a very large piece that's in front of the Chevron building in California, and was based on the idea of Chevron, but also of flight. That piece is 24 feet in height, and about the orbit that it turns in is about 18 feet. In every one, I'm trying to find natural movement, unexpected movement, and it's all related to nature. I love watching the swaying of the trees on top of the levees, going in a field and seeing flowers just bobbing around. Those are the movements that I'm looking for. I don't draw. I start with straight pins and paper, and I have an idea of the type of movement I want, and I just put these little things together, articulate them, then I go into a somewhat larger model made out of poster board and straws for my articulation, and from that I develop the shape that is going to make the movement. Again in poster board. Then I cut it out in metal on a bandsaw. I have assistants now that are good welders and also are good at the drudgery of grinding down the welds and polishing. I do all the bearing assemblies. I have a small lathe, and I took a course in machinery at Delgado, which now does accept women. And the process of balancing and building and making the movement is long and slow. These models are actually intended for much larger pieces. This is the size I work in for a model to really demonstrate a movement. And in the larger pieces, the movement is slower and a little more erratic. I have found a way to tune the aluminum and have done a number of pieces involving musical tones. I'm not musical myself, but I can hear a musical tone and be very excited by it. So I have done that. But I'm a fanatic for machines, tools, materials. I used to work in bronze, but the local supplier of bronze and copper went bankrupt. So now I use mostly aluminum because New Orleans is a shipbuilding city. There's lots of aluminum. And there are also lots of good aluminum welders from the shipyards that can help me on the big pieces. They say if you live through a summer in New Orleans, you're never the same. And I must say I like the heat. The air is heavy enough to lean against in the summer. I don't like the cold of the winter at all. I think I flourish here. I also like the planting, everything growing and in movement. Everything you see around you is just burgeoning, green. It seems to me so basic that everything moves, everything you look at, your whole life, you're surrounded by movement, and trying to find an expression for it or a means of conveying it in another medium is what's magical to me, and also very difficult. It has taken a very long time to learn how to make bearings and how to make things that can move erratically and on their own. The polished aluminum will reflect everything around it, will reflect the sky, the trees, the people, and the forms are related to nature, and the fact that it moves. People like movement. It certainly interacts with the viewer, and that's one of the reasons I'm sure that I've had the success that I've had, because children like it, engineers like it, and it's not confrontational to anybody. There's generally something that people feel comfortable with.